apologies for the lengthy delay in between posting videos. I'm going to talk a little bit about that today. Today's video is going to really just be a whisper ramble, kind of just talking through what's been going on. I don't have hard candy with me today, but that will definitely be back in my videos here soon. I'm actually having a little bit of my nighttime. You probably just heard Benny. She's still here. She missed you all as well. I have a little nighttime treat that I usually eat. It's just some coconut yogurt, protein powder, dark chocolate. I mix it up and it's kind of like a fudgy, kind of like just healthy dessert, if you will. And I also have some tea here with me. And yes, so I don't have my previous setup here at our new condo, so I think I had mentioned everyone, right? We had moved recently, which is also part of the delay and why I haven't posted in so long. I'll kind of just talk about everything that's been going on over the last 3 months or so. But yes, I will get my normal setup again with the overhead camera view. I'll get my nice kind of a beat up table here. I'll get my nice green kind of mat that I usually record on. I think it's a nice color for the background. Anyway, let me have a bite of yogurt real quick. So, apologies for the long delay, like I said. If, some of you, if you've been here with the channel for a while, you'll remember a little over 3 months ago, 4 months ago, my wife and I went on our honeymoon, and when I got back, right off the bat, I think I was gone for 2.5 weeks, which is easily the longest amount of time I've spent away from work, like not looking at a computer or emails or anything like that. So when we got back, I was trying to play catch up. There's a lot of stuff, just kind of things that happen. I mean, my team, the team can hold the fort down while I'm gone, but there's just a couple little things here and there that you need to follow up on, make sure things are, on point. And then we also unfortunately had a little bit of turnover with some of our leadership team, which, I love that for people. I love to see people move to a new company, get, higher titles, more pay. I'm all for it. I'm happy to be a reference for my team too. But it does create, a little bit of an issue when you try to backfill. And it's usually pretty quick, right? So it's like you get a 2 weeks notice from somebody. You want to make sure they have all of their information documented. What are they doing on the side that you may not know about? Any standards and procedures, just how they do their day-to-day. And you want to make sure you're familiar with it so you can manage it, worst case scenario. And you're also trying to hire someone to backfill, right? So we had, right after I got back, we had 2 people, and my air conditioner just turned on. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear that or not, so I'm going to turn it off and see what that sounds like when I listen back to this video, because I don't want that to be disturbing for anyone. And if you're still here watching, maybe you can let me know the AC just picked up. I just turned it off, and if you like the AC sound, maybe let me know if you want to keep that in for a future video, if it's a nice ambiance or ambient sound in the background. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So, 2 people in our leadership team left within 2 or 3 weeks of each other. So that was just a lot. Just trying to manage and make sure the team was on point. And then just on top of that, it's just been busy. Nothing bad or terrible. Things aren't going well, kind of a thing. Just busy. And I think part of that was picking up the slack for the people who were gone and while we were trying to backfill. It's a lot of hiring to do and interviewing, and so it takes up a good portion of your time while you're also trying to do your everyday regular job. And as the main hiring manager, I have, 2 or 3 other like managers or leads that help me with the interviewing process, but it's just a lot, right? So between that and then, right after, that was right after the honeymoon, we had that, all the work stuff, and I also have a couple people overseas, some partners that we work with my company, and they had some turnover, so you help them hire people too. So again, just a lot of hiring, and then just busy, and then kind of a little after that, my wife and I decided to move. We already knew we were going to be moving, but the timing just lined up. We're like, okay, right after this kind of busy period, we started packing and just getting things ready for the move. It was just busy. I mean, I think there was so much other stuff going on. Like, we had like little trips here and there, like on the weekends, birthday trips, and just like all sorts of random little stuff. But we did start the packing process very early. Our goal was to try to, get everything packed and ready to go at least a week before the move date. So, excuse me, a lot of my free time was just spent, making sure we were good to go for the move. But I will say, it's really cool. So, my wife and I, we moved out of our 2-bedroom apartment into a 2-bedroom condo that actually our parents or my in-laws own. So they've owned this condo for several years, and they've been renting it out to tenants for years and years. And it's much closer to my wife's family, my in-laws, and I know that's important to her. And I think I may have mentioned this on the channel before, but just thinking about family planning and being close to our family just feels like it makes sense. They can help with babysitting if there's ever a need, that kind of a thing. So we moved much closer. It's still a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, but much larger than what we had before. There's a really, really cool patio space. Maybe I'll show the patio in a future video. Maybe I'll do like a house tour or something. But the patio, when I tell you this is a huge patio, like it's not a patio, it's like a full-blown deck, which is cool. And we're in the middle of the city in the Los Angeles area, so you don't really have like large patios and stuff like this. Like if you have a house and you have a backyard, sure, but when you live in a condo or an apartment, I've never seen a patio this big, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, so that's what we've been up to. And I'm filming this shortly after Thanksgiving, so we moved in, I think, 2.5 weeks before Thanksgiving. Excuse me, I have a sip of tea. And some more yogurt. So, my sister-in-law has hosted Thanksgiving, I think, for the last like 2 or 3 years. So we were basically voluntold that we were hosting Thanksgiving this year, which was a little hectic because obviously we had just moved in to this new place, and the turnaround time is pretty quick to like host. We ended up having 13 people. So after we moved, this was so I've moved a couple times in my life, I think we all have. This was the fastest that I've unpacked boxes and got everything stored away, just because, we had to be ready to go for Thanksgiving. I'm used to, having a couple boxes here and there that you like gradually go through and put away and sort. No, we did that stuff like, we moved in, it was each day for the next 6-7 days, we were just unboxing, hanging stuff, organizing, building new shelves, like that kind of thing. So we put in work to have this place up and running, looking like we've lived here for a while. And then we hosted Thanksgiving, so that was nice. But yeah, anyway, in short, it has been quite busy, and I wish I would have maybe put up a couple more posts on the channel miss you guys. I'm still around. I still intend on posting. But, it slipped my mind, when you're just busy doing other things, whatever. So, but we're here. We're back. This is the first video I've recorded since I actually was going through my phone. And I realized I had shot a video at some point a couple months ago and never uploaded it. I must have just forgot to upload it. So I'll get that one up on the channel here again soon. But now that everything's all good to go and we're moved in, oops, sorry, hopefully I didn't make too much noise. Now that we're all good to go and things are settling down, even though it's the holiday season, I should have a little bit more time to get some videos filmed again. I do plan on doing mostly the same type of videos that I was doing before, I'm going to focus on the hard candy mouse sounds. I think those are fan favorite. They're one of my favorite triggers, so I'll keep doing those, but I'll have some other elements, hat scratching, board games, card collecting. I might even do some unboxing, cards. I think I did one or two, maybe not. I've been toying with the idea of starting another channel of just, opening trading cards that I collect. I think that market, kind of like honestly, the ASMR market for YouTube is pretty saturated, but it's something that, you enjoy, and I figured maybe I'll make a video, a YouTube with some of my card collecting stuff too. We'll see. I already feel like I had limited time before, so I don't know, that may be too ambitious. I'll start with the ASMR stuff and see how that goes, but anyway, so yeah, that's what's been going on. I hope you've all been well. I plan on, hopefully, I feel like 2 videos a week is like not, I don't want to say realistic, but like my optimistic goal. I feel like 1 video a week might be where I'm at. We'll see. I'd like to do 2. I think before I was doing, every other day, every couple days. I don't think I'll be able to keep that cadence up, but again, we'll see. Get some of my yogurt here. You'll probably hear Penny over there snorting with her little short nose. The other thing. So, I did recently get a pair of those Ray-Ban Meta AI glasses. Now, I just got them a couple days ago. It was like a pre-Black Friday sale. There's a whole thing about Black Friday now and how the prices aren't really, you're not really getting discounts anymore. But I really got, they hit me hard with the marketing. I think it was like the Wednesday morning before Thanksgiving, the day before Thanksgiving. I was waking up, I had to work that day. I think I woke up, I had to order, I realized I forgot to order to-go containers, food containers for our guests on Thursdays so they could take home leftover turkey, stuffing, whatever. And when I went to the homepage on Amazon on my app, I think the first thing I saw, like on the top, was early Black Friday deals or early deals, whatever. And they showed the Meta Ray-Ban sunglasses, and they were like $200. Like I think it was like the colorway that was like least popular, because the other ones, the same model, were like $250 or higher, but this was like the black model with like a slightly green tint on the lens. It still looks kind of black on the lens, but I saw the ad and I was like, oh, that looks super cheap. And I did a quick, I looked real quick on Google, and I guess it was like, marked down from like $299. It's the Gen 1, so I guess they just released the Gen 2 version of these glasses like a month ago, maybe, and those are like $500. So I was like, well, I don't know, $200, like, it's not cheap, but I don't know, I'm a sucker for tech and like gadgets and stuff like that, so I bought them, and I haven't used used them much yet, but I will say they are pretty cool. Are they practical? Like, I don't really know, like, how practical they are. They do cool, like, the AI is built in, so it's pretty cool if you're just, walking around and you want to, like, you have questions. It does recognize things that you're looking at, though, so if you see a plant or, like, a dog and a monument, something, you can ask, hey, like, what is this? What kind of species? What am I looking at? And it'll tell you. There's a translation feature, too, which is kind of cool. You can play music through them, which is pretty funny. Like, I don't know how they built the microphone, but it plays so that, you can really only hear it. Like, if someone's walking around you nearby, I think they can hear kind of just faint music playing. You can make calls, you can hear, it can read you your text messages, stuff like that. So it's kind of cool. I just don't know that it's like that necessary, just like a fun gadget. But obviously it also does, well, not obviously, but it also takes pictures and video. And I'm disappointed because I saw that and I thought it'd be kind of cool to maybe even film ASMR, like first person ASMR. But then I realized, or I found out that it limits you to 3 minutes recording time. So that's not ideal, obviously, for an ASMR video. But I'm thinking, I don't know, I can see maybe I can edit it together. Maybe I can do some different stuff in one video. I feel like that might be a little hectic for us, like for people to watch, just like different cuts of video. I think you want like one smooth video when you're watching ASMR, maybe not. So I may try it. I may do a first person ASMR, test the mic, see how the video records. The problem is though, it also shoots horizontal, so excuse me, there's no option to shoot video in the landscape mode. So when you upload to YouTube, it's gonna have that like verticals play, the vertical look, and it'll have like the two black blank spaces on the right of the video. So that might not be the best for ASMR either, but we'll see. Just could be fun to experiment with. Maybe I'll do like a little not unboxing, but I'll show you guys the glasses in an upcoming video and talk through it and show you guys what that looks like. But yeah, anyway, that's a little bit about what's going on the last couple months. I've been still, doing my trading card stuff, so maybe I'll do like a little video of showing some of my recent collection, some of the cards I've pulled. I think those make good sounds sometimes when you tap the plastic, the hard covers for the cards, and just crinkle the papers and stuff like that. But yeah, this video might be a little bit short today, just a quick ramble. But I hope, I hope you all have been doing well. I'm very excited to be back, and I promise you guys I will get, more content up here soon. I'll have the normal overhead shot. I feel bad. I feel bad. It's been just like this blank space the whole time. Not the best video here for my return, but is what it is. Anyway, until next time, I hope you all keep tingling, and we'll see you soon.